Hello, my name is Kelsey Thompson, and this is my um, video presentation about yellow fever. To start off, yellow fever is a viral infection that is caused by the bite of a mosquito, specifically the Aedes aegypti mosquito. The Aedes aegypti mosquito is also a carrier and vector of a multitude of other viruses such as Zika virus, West Nile virus, dengue fever, and chikungunya. The mosquito is native to areas in South America and Africa. The virus originated in Africa and was brought to America and other areas during the slave trade era in the 1600s. Outbreaks occurred for a few hundred years in coastal areas in America, Central America, and Europe. During the 1800s, Carlos Finlay, a Cuban doctor, conducted experiments with the mosquito that showed when taking a blood sample from someone that is infected with yellow fever virus, that it could infect a healthy person within a few days of being bitten by the mosquito. Mild cases of yellow fever include symptoms such as nausea, headache, fever, and vomiting. Extreme cases include symptoms of heart, liver, kidney failure, and death. When yellow fever first emerged, it caused economic hardship and slowed development and still has a negative socioeconomic impact on communities in Africa. Today, there are roughly only 1,000 cases of yellow fever in the U.S., and there is a vaccine that is available and that is recommended that you get if you are traveling in areas where yellow fever is prevalent. The last major outbreak of yellow fever in the U.S. was in 1905, and it killed 41,000 people in New Orleans, Louisiana. Today, small outbreaks still occur in South America, but most deadly yellow fever epidemics occur in Central and West Africa. This is a map from the CDC that shows yellow fever vaccination efforts in Africa. As you can see, it's mostly recommended in the areas that yellow fever is prevalent, as mentioned on the last slide, which is in West and Central Africa. The study that I chose is called Geographic Patterns and Environmental Factors Associated with Human Yellow Fever Presence in the Americas. So, majority of this study takes place in South America and a few countries in Central America. The objective of this study was to identify spatial patterns and the relationship between geographic and environmental factors with the distribution of yellow fever human cases in the Americas. The factors that the authors had picked up from the study in regard to the ecological triangles were habitat, population, and behavior. This one in particular focuses on the habitat vertex because it breaks down the population into counties, which are considered built habitats. So the type of case study that this study is modeled after is a longitudinal cohort study because it took place from the year 2000 to 2014 and took human samples from various counties in the 13 endemic countries within South America and a few countries in Central America. The researchers also compared different ecological factors which were analyzed as independent variables in the study. The data was collected in this study by a geocoded database by county, was created by using different sources of information that was geoprocessed from digital map sources and reports from different countries and counties. In the study, they used specifically 8 independent variables that were considered as the environmental factors in the study, such as altitude and latitude, habitat type, temperature and rain, environmental changes due to human activity, land use, and hosts. The confirmed cases retrieved by the Pan American Health Organization and the Ministry of Health were analyzed and geocoded into the maps made during the study. The dependent variable in the study was the presence of yellow fever cases by county between 2000 and 2014. This is a map that shows the mean temperature, average temperature in Celsius degrees of the countries and different counties that was presented in the study. And the yellow dots indicate the number of cases, and the larger dots indicate between 25 and 53 cases, and then the smaller ones indicate 1 to 2, and then the medium ones indicate the values in between that. This was also used using GIS as well. In regard to the results from the study, a total of 1,164 causes of yellow fever human cases were recorded in the 13 countries in the study between 2000 and 2014, with an average of 78 cases of yellow fever per year. The results also show that yellow fever was present in 286 counties out of the 8,465 counties that were included in the study. The 3 countries with the most amount of cases were Peru, Brazil, and Colombia, which have the highest populations of the countries that were involved in the study. They also found that a large group of the positive yellow fever counties were found along the eastern Andes mountain foothills and the upper basin of the Amazon River and its main tributaries. Also, the year 2003 reported the highest number of cases during the study, with a total of 234 cases. Also, the highest number of positive cases occurred in San Martin, Peru, with a total of 145 cases throughout the study period. GIS was used in this study through the use of ArcGIS 10.4 through geocoding spatial techniques, such as calculating geometry to measure the latitude of the country's polygon centroid, zonal statistics such as mean, median, mode, and standard deviation to calculate the county's lowest altitude mean temperature and the mean annual rainfall, and map overlapping techniques were used to calculate the extent of environmental features such as MHT ecosystems and NHP digital databases. This is another map made with ArcGIS, which shows geographic clusters by county in South America between 2000 and 2014. One possible limitation of the study that researchers should continue to look at is the seasonality in which the study is being conducted, because it can be a determining factor of when the mosquitoes are attacking people and infecting people with yellow fever. Climatic elements like rainfall and temperature help define yellow fever cases, geographic patterns, and the wet seasons in Central and South American countries have a higher percentage of mosquitoes than dry seasons, which increases the amount of yellow fever cases. And that is my presentation. Thank you.